Good afternoon, colleagues. My name is Brenda, and it is my honor today to discuss a topic of both profound importance and considerable impact. This research is centered around the psychological effects of use in the military and a matter that strikes at the heart of the military ethics and well-being of our service member. The title is Psychological Impacts of Military Maltreatment, an in-depth study on the well-being of active and veteran military personnel. Table of contents. We'll talk on the introduction, the background and significance, the literature review, methodology, data presentation, findings. We'll have a discussion, implications, future research, the conclusion, and a reference slide. Acknowledgements. Next is the introduction. The objective is to assess the psychological impacts of the military maltreatment. Our objective is to explore and qualify the psychological impacts of various forms of maltreatment in the military, including harassment, bullying, and physical aggression. We aim to identify key areas for target interventions to support affected service members. The significance addresses urgent need for data-driven intervention. This study is significant as it fills a crucial gap in current military health practices by providing the empirical data necessary for crafting effective interventions. Increasing awareness of mental health issues within the military setting necessitates timely and data-driven responses. Justification, critical for policy development and implication in military mental health. The research is essential for developing comprehensive policies to protect and improve the well-being of military personnel. Understanding the impacts of maltreatment is fundamental in crafting policies that prevent and react appropriately to these issues. The background significance slide. Its historical context, maltreatment within the military ranks has been a long-standing issue. Although the military regulations and culture have progressed, underreporting and oversight continue to persist. The current awareness. An increasing amount of research provides insight into the impact of maltreatment. It is crucial to comprehend that these studies are not simply academic exercises, they are highly actual world needs for transformation and the pressing requirement for both recognition and action. Importance. Our study has immense value not only for academic purposes but also for the benefit of society. It can positively transform the lives of military personnel and even save lives. By using the insights we have gathered to inform policies, we can take proactive measures to improve the mental health support available to those who have served. This will make a significant contribution to well-being of our brave servicemen and women who have sacrificed so much for our country. The statistical insight, up to 40% veterans report maltreatment experience linked to mental health issues. So 40% of veterans may have experienced maltreatment associated with their mental health. This highlights the need for our research to help improve the lives of those affected. Every individual impacted by this issue deserves our support, and we must work together to provide effective solutions that help them lead fulfilling lives. Here's a chart that shows the percentage of affected military men and women. Next, the literature review theory. In this section, we will explore some important studies that have contributed to our understanding of how military men maltreatment can impact people psychologically. We will delve into the research conducted by scholars such as the Grenhell and Kerr, who have shown that maltreatment in the military can lead to significant psychological distress. These studies emphasize the need for robust support systems that take into account the unique challenges faced by military personnel. For instance, Grenhall's study provided a fundamental understanding of the correlation between military maltreatment and subsequent mental health issues. Their work particularly highlighted the prevalence of PTS among veterans who have experienced maltreatment. Kerr conducted a study to determine the effectiveness of occupational therapy interventions for military personnel who suffer from PTSD. Their findings offer valuable insight into potential treatment methods for this population. These studies represent a significant advancement in our understanding of PTSD and the consequences of maltreatment, as well as providing potential avenues for therapy and support. Some of the research gaps, despite the valuable insight from existing studies, there remains a significant lack of quantitative data on how different types of maltreatment especially affect psychological disorders. It is crucial to address this gap as quantitative analysis is necessary for determining the scale and nature of intervention required to support effective military personnel. Without accurate data, it is challenging to calibrate our support system to their needs. Our research aims to fill this gap by providing a rigorous quantitative analysis of the impact of maltreatment. By doing so, we hope to offer a more complete picture of the mental health landscape within the military environments. Research question and hypothesis. Main research question: to what extent does military maltreatment affect the mental health and overall well-being of veterans and active duty personnel? Hypothesis: military maltreatment significantly correlates with increased risk of PTSD, depression, and anxiety among veterans and active duty personnel, necessitating targeted mental health interventions. The main research question: our study has a specific focus on measuring the impact of maltreatment in military contexts on mental health outcomes. We aim to take an in-depth look at conditions such as PTSD, depression, and anxiety, which are prevalent concerns among both veterans and active duty personnel. The hypothesis. Our hypothesis suggests that there is a significant correlation between experiences of maltreatment and the risk of developing mental health conditions based on preliminary research and documented cases. We expect to see higher instances and severities of PTSD, depression, and anxiety correlation with the type of frequency of maltreatment encounter. This hypothesis forms the basis for our study, which aims to explore target mental health interventions that can effectively address these concerns. The objective is to lay the groundwork for the future policies and programs that respond to the specific mental health needs arising from experiences of maltreatment. The chart accompanying our study shows that as the frequency of the maltreatment increases, the severity of PTSD tends to increase as well. This indicates the positive correlation between the two variables. And here's the chart. Methodology. Participants. We have carefully chosen a group of 200 individuals who have served or are currently serving in the military for our study. Our selection was made with great care from different military health centers to cover a wide range of ranks, roles, and experience to ensure a diversity set of data. This approach also allows us to examine a population that may have been exposed to maltreatment within a controlled environment. Data collection. The data was gathered through two main techniques: structured surveys and semi-structured interviews. The structured surveys provide us with uniform data points that can be statistically analyzed, making sure that all participant responses were consistent. On the other hand, the semi-structured interviews allow the participants to share their experiences and describe the psychological impact of use in their own words. This qualitative method is invaluable for capturing the nuances and complexities of their experiences. By both combining quantitative and qualitative research methods, this mixed method approach aims to take advantage of the strengths of each. The analysis method. To analyze the data, we use thematic analysis, which is a technique that effectively identifies patterns and themes within qualitative data sets. Our aim is to construct a comprehensive picture of the psychological landscape faced by military personnel who have experienced maltreatment. This method is pivotal as it enables us to identify common threads across different individual experiences. Providing depth and wide-ranging insights, it is a meticulous process that involves multiple rounds of coding, cross-comparisons, and validation to ensure that our interpretations of the data is both accurate and meaningful in the context of existing body of research. The data. The data we have collected from interviews is being analyzed through a process called thematic analysis. This process involves breaking down the responses into meaningful segments, which are then coded. We explore patterns within these codes in order to develop themes that capture the essence of the shared experiences among our participants. Thematic analysis is a crucial technique for qualitative analysis as it systematically reveals the underlying structure of data. We use structured surveys to collect numerical data, which we analyze statistically. This involves measures like frequency analysis, cross tabulation, and if necessary, more advanced statistical tests such as regression analysis. These methods help us confirm trends and draw correlations from numerical data, which complements the descriptive richness of the qualitative findings. Data collection. As part of our research, we conducted target interviews with individuals who have been subject to maltreatment in the military. Our participants share their personal experiences, which gave us valuable insights into the issue at hand. We analyzed these interviews by identifying common patterns and themes, which helped us to understand the broader implications of maltreatment and its effect on people. To ensure the accuracy of our analysis, we double checked our work. It's crucial that we have a precise understanding of these stories so that we can rely on the insights they provide us. Here's a bar graph presenting the percentage of individuals reporting psychological conditions based on the type of maltreatment they face. Harassment is associated with 60% anxiety rate, while physical abuse is linked with 70% PTSD rate. Analytical technique. Well, in the process of analyzing the data we gathered through interviews and structured surveys, for the quality data, we are using a thematic analysis to break down the responses into meaningful segments, explore patterns, and develop themes that capture the shared experiences of our participants. This technique helps us unveil the underlying structure of the data and gain deeper understanding of the subjective on the quantitative side, we analyzing the data statistically using measures such as frequency analysis, cross-tabulation, and potential more sophisticated statistical tests like regression analysis is necessary. This allows us to confirm trends and correlations from numerical data, which complements the narrative richness of the qualitative findings. By combining both approaches, we aim to have comprehensive understanding of our research topic. Consistency check. In order to ensure that analyses are dependable and accurate, we take triangulation approach where data is revealed by several independent analyses. This helps us minimize personal biases and leads to a more objective interpretations of the result. Each analysis verifies themes, statistical conclusions, and any discrepancies are discussed and resolved through a consistent building process. This is an essential step in quality research as it enhances the credibility of our findings, giving us firm basis for the conclusions we reach. Additionally, we have data that includes that 25% of the experience physical abuse, 15 experience neglect, 20 experience emotional abuse, and 10% experience sexual abuse. It is important to use this data to inform our research and ultimately work toward creating a safer and more equitable world for all servicemen and women. Our key findings. Our research has identified a crucial area of concern that requires immediate attention. We have found that a significant number of the service members who have experienced military maltreatment suffer from post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, and anxiety disorder. This highlights the need for better support and care for those who have served our country. It's essential to recognize the profound impact that these mental health issues can have on the lives of service members. PTSD and anxiety are not just clinical terms, but real struggles that can affect persons' day to day experiences. The connection to maltreatment suggests that we need to do more to prevent and address the causes of psychological distress among our service members. We can work together to find effective solutions by acknowledging the depth of this issue. This includes providing better access to mental health resources, addressing the underlying causes of maltreatment, and improving support and care for those who have been affected. We owe it to our service members to ensure that they receive the care and respect they deserve. The hypothetical data insight. We have conducted a hypothetical linear regression analysis to determine how an increase in maltreatment frequency can potentially result in a rise in the severity of PTSD symptoms. Our findings suggest that the impact of more frequent maltreatment encounters is not just addictive, but can exponentially is not just additive but can exponentially worsen mental health outcomes. This is a significant discovery that reinforces the correlation between maltreatment and psychological harm. Moreover, our model can be used as a predictable tool to identify at-risk individuals earlier and more accurately. We believe that this insight can inform the development of preemptive support and target therapy interventions, ultimately leading to a better mental health outcome. The discussion. Interpretations. Our research has confirmed the significant psychological impact that maltreatment has on military personnel. The data shows that psychological conditions like PTSD and anxiety are prevalent among service members, and that these conditions are often worsened by experiences of abuse and neglect within the ranks. This highlights the far reaching implications of maltreatment, which can affect the mental well being and quality life for military personnel long after the incidents have occurred. For literature comparison. This study provides valuable insight into the impact of maltreatment on psychological conditions. By establishing a clear correlation between the frequency of the maltreatment and the severity of psychological conditions, we have highlighted the urgent need for effective interventions and support system. Our findings are consistent with current literature, further emphasis the importance of evidence-based on interventions to mitigate the psychological damage can cause by maltreatment. We believe that our research can serve as a constructive step toward developing responsive support system and treatment protocols that can help individuals in need. Overall, our study underscores the importance of taking action to address the issue of maltreatment and promote the well-being of individuals affected by it. Applications. Practical applications. Our research strongly emphasizes the need for significant improvements to military personnel mental health support system. The frequency occurrence of mental health issues such as PTSD and anxiety in service members who have experienced maltreatment highlights the requirements for robust, accessible, and effective mental health services. This necessitates not only increasing the available of such service, but also ensuring that they are adequately equipped to address the specific needs to those impacted by maltreatment. This includes offering tailored therapy modalities, peer support groups, and mental health education. The policy recommendations. Based on our findings, we recommended that Psychological assessments should be conducted regularly throughout a service member's career. These assessments should be both comprehensive and routine and should be screened for mental health conditions that are often associated with maltreatment. Additionally, we suggest implementing proactive intervention strategies such as preventive counseling and support services, resilience training programs, and a clear, accessible reporting and response system for maltreatment incidents. The aim is not only to react to mental health issues as they occur, but to work towards preventing them and actively mitigating their effect. Future research. If we want to get a better idea of how military maltreatment affects mental health, in the long run, we need to conduct studies that track changes over time. These studies could help us figure out whether the psychological impact gets better, stays the same, or gets worse over different life stages and service durations. Plus, we might learn about the long term effects of maltreatment on other aspects of life, like work, relationships, and overall well being. This kind of research could help us come up with new and better ways to prevent and treat mental health issues caused by military maltreatment. The research expansion. In addition, our research opens the door to expanding our focus beyond a single military branch or country by looking into different military branches and examining these issues in various international contexts. We can start to draw comparisons and recognize universal as well as unique challenges faced by service members worldwide. This expansion is not just about the size of the research, it's about going deeper and broader by understanding the cultural, structural, and policy differences that shape the experience of the military personnel worldwide. It's an ambitious but crucial step towards creating a complete global picture of the consequences of maltreatment in the military. Conclusion. In summary, our research findings have pointed out a significant correlation between maltreatment experiences in the military and development of adverse psychological outcomes. It is essential to recognize that this issue is pervasive and high rates of PTSD, depression, and anxiety among those exposed to maltreatment are proofs of its impact. These statistics represent real individuals who have given their service and deserve to receive the support they need. That is why it is crucial to acknowledge the detrimental effects that maltreatment has on mental health and take constructive, systematic steps to address them. We hope that our research can serve as a call to action for policymakers, military leaders, and healthcare providers to work together to create a more supportive environment for those who serve our country. Call to action. The findings call for decisive action from policymakers. We need to prioritize mental health interventions that are both responsive and robust. It is essential to establish comprehensive mental health screening programs, invest in support and treatment services, and implement preventive measures to mitigate maltreatment. We have to take the opportunity to make a significant impact by translating our understanding into policy and taking tangible steps towards supporting those who have dedicated themselves to serving our nation. Thank you for taking your time to listen to my presentation. Have a good night.